So hollow means full or whole in Greek, and sail is the sail on a sailboat or a ship. Um, Being that our background comes from maritime, is full sails ahead. A reference to days of past, so to speak, in the industry. And then technologies, obviously, the future to come.
Absolutely. Okay. Wonderful. And now, for our just for our viewers, who came up with the name Holo Cell? I know, was it a group effort or did you just like, yeah?
Right, right. So for the record, we are not associated. We are not part of Holo Host or Holochain. We are a completely separate entity. We're a completely separate company. For that matter, our technology doesn't necessarily even need Holochain. We can use many other platforms and other open source technology to make our technology work. However, Holochain is our preferred and first choice, and our CTO is currently coming up with the best way to wrap our technology to utilize Holochain inside of our tech.
We'll dive a little bit deeper into that later because that is one of the questions that we have for you.
We are global as far as our team. We have team members in Australia, Norway, Connecticut, New York City, New Jersey, Midwest, all over Central America. So there's no need for us to have a home base. We're a completely remote company,
Right.
and we're a new company. This is the 21st century. We're not looking at this as the old incumbent big tech companies that want to build, giant, towers with their giant name on it. That's not us at all. That's not our ethos. As long as we can maintain everybody remotely, we will. There will be, however, at one point in time, an area where we will house our AI itself. But outside of that, no, we're just completely remote. We're global, man.
Oh, wonderful.
Right. So right now our system is operational and we can actually afford the security that we need to. Because of proprietary information, I don't want to say, but there are other open source systems out there that can do exactly what we needed to do in order for our technology to provide what we need to provide for our customers. I mean, we definitely prefer Holochain. It was our first pick. It's really the idea. We was set out to solve a problem in the shipping industry, and we didn't by accident. We made a new technology that actually helps solve problems in many other industries as well. Um, and it's Holochain. While we were coming up with how to solve this problem, was discovered in that process, and it fit perfect. So we've identified North, Central, South America, and also the continent of Africa have been underutilized. The indigenous people have been are unemployed. They have a hard time getting access to healthcare. This technology, and I want to make it very clear to anybody and everybody, I don't care who it is, we designed this technology not to automate humans out of the equation. We designed this technology to do the exact opposite of what all the other companies are doing. We have purposely, I apologize, we have a lot going on over here also. Uh, we purposely made this, this has been designed from the ground up to build new marketplaces. And what we've found is every natural resource on Earth is in those areas. However, the people that live in those areas are struggling, and we identify that, and we want to make a platform, and we have made a platform that can level the playing field and let those people, that barrier of entry, what happened in not just the United States, but globally. But the United States is a good way to describe it. We have some division that we haven't seen in a long time here in this country. And a lot of it is because of hope. We have more in common than we have not in common. And our goal is to provide hope. So let's just hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say I want to see my shirt say made in Honduras. I want to see my jacket said made in Argentina. I want to know that the gold that Fort Knox is getting is coming from Africa. I want to know the iron ore is coming out of Ecuador or Chile. Or I want to see my neighbors. I want to see the neighbors in the United States. We want to see that. That's what I want to see. We want to see this. We want to see this open new markets, and we want to see this bring prosperity to multiple people. We are not a political company. We're apolitical, but we do believe in what the forefathers of the United States wrote, and that is everybody. And we don't think that just Americans. We believe every human being on the planet of the earth. And this is the answer to the beginning of your question. If you're a human, you have that divine right to pursue happiness. I don't care what divinity you believe in. I respect them all. Even if you're atheist, right? It doesn't matter to me. But to me and to our company, if you are human, you have that right to pursue happiness. Now, whether or not you make bad choices, that is free will, right? That means, you made the bad choice, you pay the consequences. I tell that to my children. I've made plenty of myself. We all have, right? That's life. But you should have that right to pursue that happiness without anybody impeding upon that. It is your choice to make that bad choice. It is your choice to make that good choice. So that being said, we're not going to go and say that everybody's choices are correct. There's a lot of evil people with bad intentions. We would never want this technology to fall into the hands of anybody with bad intentions. The idea is to make sure that those that are seeking that pursuit of happiness aren't stopped. And unfortunately, when our forefathers wrote that, they wrote that about monarchs. They wrote it about kings. Well, today, people aren't being stopped by kings. Today, people are being stopped by large corporations. They're being stopped by greed. And there's no other way to say it. And I'm not going to, this is going to go out. I'm sure I'm going to hear, plenty for me saying it, but it's the truth. And I'm not going to deny the truth. And we've come up with a way that we believe can help, aid, and assist in the pursuit of happiness for everybody. If you have the idea, if you have the gumption, and you have the tenacity to start a company right now, you're not going to even have an opportunity. There's such a high barrier of entry to get into any kind of form of economic and if you look at it today, and we'll use shipping only because shipping is our number one focus. We have 16 other industries that we're going to work on later. But let's look at shipping, for example. We have the COVID-19 pandemic. We have the highest spot rates, and I hate to put it, I'm not going to name any companies because I don't want lawsuits, but we have the highest spot rates for shippers. We have the highest rates. So before COVID-19, it cost you a few $1,000s to ship a container from China to New York City, maybe, $5. From China to all in, you're looking at like $7 something, But now you're talking, there's people that are reporting on the internet. There's articles. People are paying $24,000 for a container to get shipped from China to the United States. Now, so you're talking about anywhere from, our research shows anywhere from 84 to literally 400% increase. And a lot of companies are taking this as a profit. And I just want to say that one more time. A lot of companies are taking that on their books as a profit. Meanwhile, I have to pay more at the grocery store to feed my kids. My neighbors have to pay more at the grocery store. The guy I know down the street that has his own construction company, he's almost out of business because he can't sell the lumber to his customers at the price that he used to be able to because of those costs. But somebody's making record profits while others suffer. Our technology is specifically designed to prevent that. My message would be never quit and realize that you can't do it by yourself. And also realize you're not alone. There are good people out there that will help you. Never give up, never quit, keep going. I've had to reinvent myself. I can't even tell you how many times. I think all of us have. We can all relate to that. That's a human experience. Don't give up. Never quit. Never stop. Keep moving forward. Look for people. If you need help, it's okay to need help. And you know what? I'm going to take this as a chance to plug something. There's a new film. There's a new film being put out by award-winning filmmaker. It's a documentary called "Healing the Heroes of 9/11," and it's all about some first responders. I'm actually in the film. A lot of people don't know this about me because I don't tell too many people. But I was there. That I went in that night to help in the recovery efforts to the best of my ability. So I'm in the film. But that being said, what the film is about is the trauma that that people had gone through during 9/11. And I highly encourage this due to release all over Prime, everything on September 11th. I highly encourage people to support that film. It's really helping a good cause. It's helping good people. But that being said, not just first responders and veterans deal with PTSD or stress or anxiety. Life is hard. Civilians, my wife was at 9/11. She's not a Marine. She didn't have the training I had, right? And she had to go through that. So I guess if I could tell one singular message to the world is be together. We're together. We share a common human empathy for each other deep down inside. We're not different. And this may come from the military. When I was in the Marine Corps, and I'm sure when you were in the Air Force, we had people from all different backgrounds, all different races, all different religions, all different cultures. And we loved each other as brothers and sisters. And in the Marine Corps, it was a little different because it was mostly just brothers, especially back then. Now there's a lot more women in the Marine Corps. But when I was in, it didn't matter if you're a Muslim, if you were Jewish, if you're a Christian, if you're a Hindi. It didn't matter. All it mattered was that you were my Marine. You were a Marine. You're a brother. We didn't see colors. We didn't see creed. We saw green, Marine Corps green. And if we could do that with the world, right? If the world could realize that the person to the left and the right of you has a symbiosis with your well-being and their well-being, and we can focus on that and just stop with the rhetoric and stop with the unnecessary rhetoric and the unnecessary hatred that is just spreading rampant across all over the world. If I could tell the world anything, it would be why? Don't give up. We're out there. There's more good people out there than there are bad. And it's just a matter of reaching out and finding the right people. And our company, we're there. We're going to be there. We'll see. You'll see. We'll show up. We will show up. Well, actually, we're really lean. The technology on our side does most of the work for us. There is a component that we'll need to manufacture, and we plan to manufacture that in multiple locations. But the idea is, we grow new markets, those new markets will create new jobs themselves. So the manpower really will create itself as new markets are opened up and more people have more opportunities. But as far as our company is concerned, the technology itself kind of runs, does most of the work for us. We do need to have, specialists here and there to make sure that everything on our side is running right and our customers are satisfied, and which we plan to do. However, we're actually very lean just by design of the technology itself. It's more designed to help other markets grow and uh, making more manpower and making more jobs.